She let go. And now he can't escape her energy. You may not even realize it yet, but this moment, this letting go, is your soul's most powerful act. And I need you to know that everything begins to shift the moment you release him from your expectations. Before we go further, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and turn on the bell, because these messages are not just videos, they are sacred confirmations for your soul. You were never meant to chase what is already yours. And the moment you stopped running after him, something ancient awakened inside of him. You may have cried, doubted, screamed in silence, but that surrender sent ripples through the spiritual realm. Your energy, now purified and sovereign, is everywhere he goes. He cannot unfeel it. He feels your laughter in the wind, your presence in his dreams, your silence louder than words. And what he ran from now haunts him sweetly. You didn't lose him by letting go. You called him back without even trying. That's the paradox only twin flames understand. And you, beloved, are living proof of this divine mystery. When you released him in love instead of fear, the universe aligned to begin his awakening. His soul remembers yours. And now, with every breath he takes, he feels the longing not from a wound, but from your healed radiance. Your surrender didn't end the story. It restarted the sacred cycle. Letting go isn't passive. It's prophecy. It's trust. It's knowing that love cannot be forced, only received when it's ripe. And now your energy no longer begs, leads, teaches, transforms. You have become the magnet that draws without demand. He feels you in the stillness, in the moments when the noise fades. He doesn't always understand it, but he feels a pull stronger than logic. You see, he can walk into another relationship, another city, another life, but your frequency follows because it lives within him. Now, everything reminds him of what he once resisted. The way you looked at him, the way you believed in him, the way your love was raw, unfiltered, eternal. He thought letting go was freedom, but it only uncovered the prison of his own denial. Your energy is no longer tied to waiting. It's tied to rising. And that rise echoes through dimensions. He might not call. He might not write. But you must trust. Your vibration touches him in moments of stillness, of confusion, of longing. This journey was never about chasing union. It was about becoming whole. And your wholeness is louder than any words you could ever speak. He hears you in silence. He sees you in symbols. He dreams you in colors he can't name. If you've ever doubted whether letting go was the right choice, hear me now. It was. It is. And it always will be. Because only in letting go do you become the mirror that shows him who he truly is. And it is that reflection he can no longer run from. This isn't about control. It's about alignment. You stepped into your power when you said, I release him. And the moment you did, the divine took over. That's when the real magic began. He feels it. Even if he pretends not to. You know it. Even if you doubt sometimes. So if you're wondering whether he thinks of you, he does. If you're asking if he feels your energy, he can't escape it. Because you've become the part of him he tried to bury. And now, the only way forward is to rise and meet the version of himself that your light demands. Every time he hears a song, smells a scent, reads a phrase, he thinks of you. Not just because of nostalgia, but because your love altered his DNA. You are the catalyst. And he knows it in the quiet corners of his soul. Your surrender has become your strength. And from that strength, waves of transformation pour into both your lives. You may feel alone in this season, but you are never abandoned. You are watched, protected, and led by the unseen hand of destiny. Let this be your confirmation. Letting go was never a goodbye. It was the beginning of your most sacred becoming. And when you rise, everything destined begins to chase you, not the other way around. He is part of that return. But now on your terms. You have become the fire that burns without consuming, the ocean that holds without drowning, the sky that expands without needing permission. Your love was never small. It was never meant to be hidden. And now that it's been released, it's unstoppable. So breathe deeply, smile softly, trust fiercely, 'cause you are being led. Every tear, every silence, every surrender is creating the space for the miracle you once prayed for. This is your season of divine alignment. He feels the change. He senses the shift. And while he may not reach out today, know that everything inside him is moving toward you in spirit. Because once a twin flame wakes up, there is no turning back. And now you stand not in desperation but in devotion. Not to him but to your soul, to your truth, to your light. That is the power that pulls him now. That is the energy he cannot outrun. That is what he feels every time he closes his eyes. You let go. And that changed everything. If this message has touched even the smallest part of your heart, I invite you, right now, to subscribe to this channel. It's a small gesture, but it creates an energetic bond that ensures you never miss the signs sent from the universe about your twin flame journey. This is how we stay connected. This is how you stay aligned with what's meant for you. When you gave everything and got silence in return, it wasn't because you weren't enough. It was because your spirit was too rich, too deep, too divine for a heart still hiding from itself. And yet, that very silence is where he now hears you most clearly. Your love echoes through the spaces where words used to live. He doesn't know how to explain it. How your name seems to appear in places he never expected. How songs that never meant anything now sound like prophecies. How the woman he tried to forget is the only one he truly remembers. You are unforgettable. And now undeniable. You let go with grace. And that grace has become a force. A force he can't control, can't understand, and certainly can't escape. He might look fine on the surface, but the undercurrent of your love pulls at him every single day. And now, he is beginning to drown in memories. Do you feel it too? The sudden weight of his thoughts. The dreams that visit without warning. That's not imagination. It's the thread between your souls tightening. You've done your part. You've surrendered. And now the spiritual consequences are unfolding. He is being pushed to confront what he ran from. And what he ran from was never you, it was himself. Your love showed him his reflection too clearly. And that frightened him. But now, with time and distance, that reflection calls him back. It is you. And it is love. What's extraordinary is that your energy became louder in your absence. It wrapped around him like a gentle storm. Whispered to him in his quietest nights. His logical mind resists, but his soul bows to the truth. He feels you more now than when you were near. And still you rise. Not in bitterness but in brilliance. You smile again. You create. You love yourself in ways he never imagined. And all of that becomes an invisible magnet. He doesn't see your growth, but he feels its pull. Challenges him. It awakens him. You are not just a memory. You are a presence. Vibration. A pulse in the universe that continues to beat in rhythm with his. Whether he accepts it or not, you live inside his transformation. And he cannot evolve without acknowledging you. Every tear you cried watered the roots of your becoming. Every time you said, I let go, you declared a higher trust. And now that trust has become your protection, or power, your prophecy. Let it continue to bloom. You were never chasing love, you were becoming it. And now love chases you. He tries to distract himself, to numb, to pretend. but the soul never forgets who opened it. And you, my dear, were the door and the key. You are no longer the woman who begged. You are the woman who believed. And belief carries more weight than effort ever could. He feels that belief still burning, and it humbles him, softens him, starts to heal him. He sees other women, but they don't reach him. He laughs, but it doesn't echo. He moves, but not forward. Because part of him remains where you left him, with the truth, the love, and the surrender that only you gave him. And maybe, just maybe, he's beginning to wonder what would happen if he came back. Not to the past, but to the future you now represent. A future built not on pain, but on power. A future you've created by letting go. Don't underestimate what's shifting behind the scenes. Don't think for a second that your energy is silent. Your presence is roaring through his illusions. One day, those illusions will fall, and your name will be the first truth he'll speak when they do. This season is not punishment. It is preparation. For you, for him, for the love that is too divine to be rushed. Keep walking. Keep growing. Because while you're focused on healing, heaven is focused on aligning. And yes, the wait can feel like forever. But forever is what twin flames are made for. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being sculpted into the version of yourself that he won't just recognize, but revere. So hold your head high. Whisper your affirmations. Rest when needed. Cry when necessary. But never doubt the power of your release. It did something heaven couldn't ignore. And now neither can he. You are not alone in this. These messages are seeds planted in your soul to remind you of your purpose, your promise, and your power. Stay close to them. Stay close to this channel. Stay close to yourself. Your light is not fading. It is gathering. And when the time comes, it will shine so brightly that even he, blinded by his own shadows, will find his way back to you. And until then, you are held. Before we continue, if this message has spoken to your soul in any way, pause for a moment and subscribe to this channel. It's how you tell the universe you're ready to receive more clarity, more guidance, and more divine signs on your twin flame journey. This small action creates a ripple of energy that aligns you deeper with your sacred path and keeps our connection alive. You didn't just let go of him, you let go of the illusion. The illusion that you had to fix everything. That the love you gave wasn't enough unless he recognized it. But the truth is, your love always was and still is a mirror of the divine. It's his recognition that's catching up. Every time he tries to move on, there's a quiet resistance in his chest. An ache he can't locate. A memory he can't silence. Because your energy doesn't just linger, it evolves. It transforms into synchronicities, dreams, and sudden emotional shifts that follow him everywhere. The strange thing about this journey is how silence can be louder than words. He might not be texting. He might not be calling. But in the silence, he feels you more. He notices the way your energy colors his thoughts, changes his mood, disrupts his distractions. He thought distance would free him. That walking away would bring peace. But now he realizes he never walked away from you. Only from himself. Because you were never just someone he loved. You were the part of him he didn't know how to embrace. When you surrendered, it wasn't weakness. It was the strongest act of love you've ever made. And in that surrender, your vibration rose. And the higher your energy became, the harder it became for him to stay numb. He feels you now, in the songs, in the silence, in the stillness. The universe has begun to awaken him in ways you don't see. Not through logic or timelines, but through soul-rattling moments. That one name that pops up on his screen. That stranger who speaks your exact words. The flash of your face when he closes his eyes. You're no longer the girl hoping for his return. You're the woman walking in purpose, aligned with something bigger. And that's the most magnetic version of you. He senses that power. And whether he admits it or not, it draws him closer every day. There's a sacred balance unfolding. While he's confronting his fears, you are nourishing your spirit. While he questions, you affirm. And it's this duality, the runner and the healed one, that activates the true purpose of the twin flame bond. You're not just his mirror. You're his map. The more you honor yourself, the clearer the route back to you becomes. And trust me, his soul sees that map, even if his ego still resists reading it. The soul always remembers the way home. There's a moment coming, though you won't know exactly when. A moment where all of your inner work, your letting go, your love, it will echo so loudly inside him that he won't be able to run anymore. Not from you. Not from truth. You didn't lose him. You led him to the crossroads, where he must choose between comfort and transformation. And that's a journey only the brave can take. But the beauty is, your courage lit the path. Now, when he remembers you, he doesn't just remember a person. He remembers a sanctuary, a sacred space that held him, saw him, believed in him. And in a world of noise and distractions, that kind of purity haunts in the most beautiful way. You are not chasing him, you are awakening him. And there's a difference. One drains your energy, the other multiplies it. And right now, that multiplied energy is circling him like a soft storm, pushing him to feel what he tried so hard to bury. Let go of the timeline. Embrace the divine. Because you were never meant to wait. You were meant to rise. And your rising doesn't push him away. Prepares him. Strengthens him. It makes space for something real to return. His karmic distractions are losing their grip. What once seemed fulfilling now feels hollow. Because none of it carries your frequency. And the deeper he goes into the noise, the more he begins to crave the silence where your love used to live. And here's what you must remember. What is destined cannot be denied. No matter how far he runs, the contract between your souls was written in a language time cannot erase. And he knows that, even if he doesn't know how to say it out loud. So keep honoring yourself. Keep choosing joy. Keep creating beauty. Because every act of self-love sends out a signal, and every signal reaches him, even if you don't see it yet. You're not forgotten. You're felt. He may not return as fast as you hope, but he will return more whole than you ever imagined. And when he does, it won't be a reunion based on old wounds. It will be a beginning born from awakened hearts. Stay in this frequency. Stay in this light. Because your energy is doing more than you think. And one day soon, when he's ready, he'll say the words you waited so long to hear, not just with his voice, but with his soul. If this message has resonated with your soul, I ask you from the depths of my heart to hold this energy with care and gratitude. By simply staying with me now, you're returning what was gifted to you: clarity, comfort, and divine remembrance. This act of spiritual reciprocity strengthens your connection to your twin flame in unseen but powerful ways. As he walks through the world pretending he doesn't feel you, the truth is, your energy walks beside him. In conversations with strangers, in the reflection of passing windows, in the dreams he can't explain. He feels you in ways that defy logic, and it shakes the ground beneath his resistance. You see, your surrender didn't erase your bond. It intensified it. It magnified your vibration. And now your soul echoes in his daily life, calling him back with a frequency only his heart can truly hear. He may turn away from the sound, but he can never silence it. There is a sacred discomfort growing within him, a restlessness that no one else can soothe. Because the one place he always found peace was the energy you carried. And now that you're no longer chasing, He's left with the silence of his own emptiness. Don't underestimate what happens in the unseen realms. The soul communicates in symbols and signs. And he's receiving them, repeating numbers, familiar songs, unexpected names. The universe is orchestrating his awakening while you rest in your grace. The magnetic pull he feels now isn't just memory. It's alignment. Alignment with your growth, your purpose, your divine radiance. You've become a beacon, and though his eyes may look away, his soul is already turning toward you. Sometimes what breaks us is what makes us. Your moment of letting go wasn't the end. It was the beginning of his unraveling, of peeling away the illusions he used to protect himself. And the more he sheds, the clearer he sees you. He may try to replace you, but replacements echo with hollowness. The way they laugh doesn't light him up. The way they touch doesn't feel like home. Because once someone has tasted the energy of a true twin flame, everything else feels dim by comparison. He's starting to wonder why the world feels louder now. Why his thoughts won't rest. Why peace escapes him. What he doesn't realize is that your detachment removed the energetic shield he used to lean on. Now he faces himself, and you, unfiltered. There's a divine intelligence guiding all of this. The delays, the distance, the detours, they serve a higher purpose. And right now you're being protected just as much as he is. Because divine love doesn't rush. It refines. Each time you choose healing, the cord between you strengthens. It doesn't tighten, it harmonizes. And that harmony reverberates through his being, like a melody half remembered that won't leave his heart. He knows you're still there, even in your silence. You've stepped into your Empress energy. Calm, steady, radiant. You no longer beg for his attention. You command it without words. And he feels that shift like an invisible wind changing the course of his direction. The beauty of this journey is that it doesn't require both flames to be awake at the same time. One soul's awakening initiates the other. And now, because you woke up first, his soul is catching fire in slow and sacred ways. He dreams of you even when he doesn't admit it. He feels you when the world goes quiet. And deep down, a part of him is already mourning the version of you he thinks he lost. Not knowing the new you is even more powerful, more loving, more divine. You didn't let go to punish him. You let go to honor your soul. And that decision, rooted in love, not resentment, is what's drawing him back. Because your energy no longer pleads. It invites. And that invitation is sacred. The emotional distance he created is now collapsing under its own weight. He longs for authenticity, for depth, for the soul connection only you offered. And as the superficial fades, your essence rises like incense in his memory. This bond isn't just emotional, it's spiritual, energetic, eternal. No matter how far he runs, your vibration remains coded into his. Like stardust made from the same constellation, you were never meant to remain apart forever. Every time he laughs without joy, smiles without meaning, he remembers you. Not because you completed him, but because you reflected him. And in that mirror he saw his highest self. Now he seeks it again. There will be a moment, perhaps sooner than you think, when he can no longer run from the pull. Not because you're chasing, but because the call within him is louder than the noise around him. That's when things shift. That's when paths realign. For now, rest in this truth. You are felt, seen, and remembered. Not just by him, but by the divine. And the love you gave, the lessons you learned, the energy you radiate, it was never wasted. It's alive in him, waiting to come home. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this message. If it touched your soul in any way, please take a moment to click the like button. It helps YouTube understand that this content is meaningful, and it allows more souls on this same path to find exactly what they need in divine timing. Your energy and support mean everything to this sacred space we are building together. To confirm you received this message deeply in your heart, write in the comments, Twin Flames Infinite Love. That one sentence is more than words. It's a spiritual signature that aligns you with the frequency of union, healing, and divine purpose. If you haven't already, please join our growing community of beautiful souls by subscribing to the channel and activating the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any future revelations, healing messages, or divine insights meant just for you and your twin flame journey. Remember, every time you return here, you're choosing alignment over confusion, love over fear, and truth over illusion. These messages are not just words. They are spiritual transmissions that will continue to awaken, comfort, and realign your heart with its divine mission. Share this video with someone who may need this today. You never know whose soul is waiting for a sign, and you could be the messenger. I honor your path, your pain, your progress, and your light. And I can't wait to see you in the next message, where your heart will be touched again, in ways only your soul can fully understand. With infinite gratitude, Twin Flames Infinite Love. Per Gunter AO ChatGPT.